I'm Mark Hurt. I approve this message.
Mark Hurt is a homegrown Hoosier. He's the only candidate for Indiana's 5th Congressional District, born and raised in the district. He spent 80% of his 6 decades on Earth living here, going to public school, attending church, practicing law, prosecuting criminals, and raising a family. He knows us because he's one of us. In fact, he's so local, his 82-year-old mother Betty grew up in Summitville, where she rode to school in a bus that also included a slightly older passenger named James Dean. Mark's father, LD, a Korean War veteran, provided for his family and 3 sons with a decades-long job at the now-closed Delco Remy plant in Anderson.
Today in the city of Anderson, we find the home of Delco Remy Division.
It's just a person to drive by or walk by, just come here and see what used to be here.
This is where you worked?
Yes.
So where did all the jobs go?
China, Mexico. It was really a good place to work, Delco Remy. Made a good living, raised my family, enjoyed every minute I worked here. But it's all gone now.
In the middle of the 20th century, the Hurt household was in Summitville. Mark excelled at basketball at Madison Grant High School, playing with some God-given height and a lot of Hoosier toughness, thanks in part to his working-class roots. During those glory days, he additionally ran track and played baseball, both with Midwest grit and enthusiasm. He was also Madison Grant's senior council president. For college, Mark stayed local in order to attend Taylor University for a degree in teaching and coaching. From Taylor, he headed to Baylor. At Baylor University, he earned a master's degree in international relations and political science. With that higher education to complement his Hoosier values and upbringing, Mark in the 1990s landed a couple of jobs on Capitol Hill. One as legislative director with Iowa Republican Congressman Fred Grandy, who you might remember as Gopher from The Love Boat. And a couple of years later, Mark had the honor to serve as a senior policy analyst for legendary Indiana Senator Dan Coats. In early 2023, Mark joined the former senator's staff members, many of them Hoosiers, for a reunion in Washington, D.C. Halfway through this 6-decade journey, he met and married a fellow Hoosier, Nancy, who's been his wife for 30 years. He left Capitol Hill and moved to Detroit, where she was working. While in Michigan, he worked as a healthcare policy advisor to Michigan Governor John Engler. Mark also earned a law degree from Michigan State. But Mark Hurt was not going to make his home in Michigan or Washington, D.C. In the late 1990s, he returned to Indiana, settling in Kokomo, where he and Nancy raised their 2 children, Daniel and Anna. 3 years ago, Mark and Nancy were blessed with a granddaughter, Maria. Mark still has his law offices in Kokomo and Noblesville, concentrating on estate planning, estate and trust administration, business and real estate law, guardianships, and adoptions. And he just retired after 25 years as a part-time deputy prosecuting attorney for the state of Indiana. One small brick in the wall of justice, going after drunk and drugged drivers, including a few who caused serious bodily injuries and fatalities. You might say Mark Hurt is a local boy done good, but really he's a local boy who wants to do good for Indiana and America. And as the only candidate born and raised in Indiana's 5th Congressional District, Mark wants to serve all of his friends and neighbors, among whom he's lived, worked, and worshiped for nearly half a century.
Hi, I'm Mark Hurt. My work ethic and conservative values were shaped and formed right here in this congressional district. Your district, this is where I'm from. I'm a member of the Christian Legal Society, Federalist Society, National Federation of Independent Business, the Kokomo Chamber of Commerce, NRA, the Rotary, the Grissom Community Council, and I'm a strong supporter of pregnancy resource centers. I'm a conservative with Hoosier common sense values you can count on. I would appreciate your support and your vote. It would be a privilege to represent you in Washington, D.C. Thank you.